Hello everyone, my name is Ronak and you are watching VectoArt. So in today's video we will use Visual Studio 2022 and WinUI 3 to build a Windows desktop app that displays Hello World when launched. So for this you will need Windows App SDK and Visual Studio 2022. The setup and installation procedures are in my previous videos. Please do check it out. The link is in the description and also on the tooltip above. This is a continuation to the ongoing WinUI 3 series. So let's start first by creating a new project now. Open Visual Studio and create a new project. Search for WinUI 3 and select the blank app package WinUI 3 in desktop C# project template. Click Next. Specify a project name, solution name and directory. In the example, our Hello World project belongs to a Hello World solution. Next, click on Create. After creating a project, you should see the following default file structure in our Solution Explorer. Build and run your project. Click the Start button to build and run your project. Visual Studio may prompt you to enable developer mode for Windows. With developer mode enabled, your Hello World project should build and run. I have already enabled it, so I did not get that prompt, but if you do, please enable it in the settings for developers. Click the Click Me button for a demonstration of event binding. In this case, a button controls event. Click event is bound to the My Button Click event handler located in the main window xaml.cs file. So while main window.xaml.cs file contains our main Windows business logic, the presentation logic is in the main window.xaml file. This separation of business logic and presentation lets you bind data and events to and fro your application's UI using a consistent application development pattern. Review your project's file structure. A project file structure currently looks like this. So starting from the top and working our way down, first we have the solution Hello World. This solution file, a logical container for our projects. Projects are often apps, but they can also be supporting class libraries. Next, we have the Hello World. This is a project file, a logical container for your apps files. Then we have the dependencies. Your apps dependent on frameworks like .NET and the Windows SDK and packages like Windows App SDK. As you introduce more sophisticated functionalities and third-party libraries into your app, additional dependencies will appear here. Next, we have the properties. By convention, WinUI 3 projects publish profiles and launch configurations files into this folder. Then we have the publish profiles. Your publish profiles specify your app's publishing configurations across a variety of platforms. Next, we have the launch settings.json. This file lets you configure launch profiles that can be used while running your app via .NET Run. Next, we have the assets. This folder contains your app's logos, images, and other media assets. Next, we have app.manifest. This app manifest file contains configurations related to the way that Windows displays your apps when installed on user devices. Next, app.xaml file. This markup file specifies the shared globally accessible resources that your app depends on. And for this, we have the code behind, that is the app.xaml.cs file. This code behind file represents the entry point to your app's business logic. It is responsible for creating and activating an instance of your main window. Then we have the main window itself. So the main window.xaml file. This markup file contains the presentation concerns for your app's main window. Then we have the code behind for the main window.xaml file. This code behind file contains the business logic concerns associated with your app's main window. And finally, we have the package.app manifest. This package manifest file lets your configuration publisher information, logos, processors, architecture, and other details that determine how your app appears in the Windows Store. Display Hello World. To display Hello World, instead of a click me button, navigate to mainwindow.xaml. You should see a stack panel controls XAML markup. Let's update our stack panel control to display Hello World with red text. So let's remove this button and replace it with a text box or a text block. Let's provide the name property, my text. Then let's set the text property to Hello World. And finally, let's set the foreground to red. And if you try to run your app now, Visual Studio will throw an error along the lines of the name my button does not exist in the current context. So let's see it in action. So let's run this. There you go. So this is because we updated the presentation layer with a new control, but we didn't update the old control's business logic in our code behind file. So let's navigate to mainwindow.xaml.cs and delete the my button click event handler. We can do this because we have replaced the interactive click me button and with a static hello world text. Now our main window business logic should look like this. So if you restart your app, you should see a red hello world. Update your app's title bar. Add this dot title equal to hello world to your main window.xaml.cs code behind file. And if you restart your app, you should now see hello world in both the body and the title bar. So let's finish writing the markup. And run the application. And you should now see hello world in both body and the title bar. Congratulations, we have successfully built our first Windows App SDK WinUI 3 app. So to recap, here's what we accomplished in this how-to video. You started with Visual Studio project template. You experienced an event handler that bound a button controls click event to your UI update. You familiarized yourself with the convention of separating presentation concerns from business logic using tightly coupled XAML markup files and C# code behind files respectively. You reviewed the default WinUI 3 project file structure. You modified both the presentation layer, XAML markup, and business logic code behind to support a new text block control within a stack panel. You reviewed reference docs to better understand the stack panel control properties. And finally, you updated your main Windows title bar. Hope you all liked watching this video. If you do, please do subscribe to my channel. That means a lot. I will leave a slide of the frequently asked questions about what does package mean, can I use Visual Studio Code to build WinUI 3 apps, and so on. So please take a look at that. Bye bye.